Hello there everyone, today I'm going to tell you the entire Fortnite story. So right, let's begin and let's get started. Let us start at the beginning with the Big Bang. In the Fortnite universe, the Big Bang was created by the 0 point, which is like this orb thing, multiverse, circle-ish, powerful thing. Thanks to the 0 points, there are different movie skins, show skins, or well, different skins in general, because this thing is literally the key to the multiverse. So now that you know that, there's also one more other thing, and that's the Imagined Order. This is controlled by Dr. Salone, and she's like the boss of this evil corporation, I guess, that's underneath the Fortnite map. They kind of control everything on the map. For example, the supply drops and stuff like that. One of the employees that works there is Agent Jonesy, but I will get to him in just a minute. But now I'm going to do a recap of every single season and stuff that happens inside that season. So alright, let's begin. Let's start off with the first two seasons. There was not really a story in those two seasons, so alright, let's skip to the third one. This is where the story gets started. So there was this giant meteorite in the sky, and well, suddenly after a while he came closer and closer, and in season 4 he finally got to the map and made a giant hole in the middle of the map. In this meteorite there was an escape pod where one of the first ever 7 characters was introduced. The 7 are pretty much a group of people who help the island, I guess. The thing we know about this group, there are 7 people. We already know 4 people of them. Anyway, in season 4, the limited time infinity gauntlet mode was introduced with Thanos. Remember that visitor guy? Well, he hacked a rocket and went bazonkers in the sky. This is also how season 5 was introduced. Well, this guy is actually a normal human being who got stuck inside the game. Thanks to those giant rifts in the sky, things from other worlds appeared in the Fortnite map. We also got a desert and also... There's a Diplodocus! This was also the season where we were introduced to Kevin the Cube. After a while, Kevin started to walk around the map and he left these weird markings on the ground. His last stop was Loot Lake, where he transformed into the entire lake. This is also where season 6 started. Kevin actually became a floating island. So remember these ruins? Well, Island Cube Kevin went to these ruins and made little islands of them. Later he ditched these islands and went back to Loot Lake, and he also made some zombies along the way. Thanks to those zombies and those Kevin Cube pillars where the zombies came out of, Kevin had no powers left. He dropped some purple power in Loot Lake and then exploded. There was this white room or something with a butterfly, and thanks to the butterfly we could get back to the island. And that's pretty much it what happened this season, I believe. Let's go to season 7 then. Now a part of the map was covered in snow. The main villain from this season was the Ice King. He had a prisoner, which was actually a fire guy. Later in the season we also got to see this eye inside the ice mountain. He will be a very important part in season 9. Let's go to season 8. In season 8 there was a volcano. Let's skip a few weeks later, and the Ice King turned the entire map into snow. And at the end of the season there was this vault event where everyone was sucked into a vault, I guess, where they chose a specific item that needed to come back, and this is also the first time we encountered Singularity. She also plays a huge part in season 9. When we got back out of the vault, the volcano erupted and destroyed Tilted Towers and Rita Row. Speaking of season 9, let's begin with that. So yeah, Rita Row and Tilted Towers became more futuristic. Inside the Rita Row mall you also had this shop called Scoop High, and that was an Easter egg of course to Stranger Things and the upcoming skins for that show. After a while, the people from Fortnite started to build a giant mech inside the volcano. This mech was also piloted by Singularity that we saw in Vault event. Remember that the eye that I told about was inside the mountain? Well, that escaped and it brought the castle with him. Now let's go to the good stuff of the season, because there was a live event of course. And yeah, well, the monster appeared on the island and was trying to grab the 0 point, which is that giant blue orb thing. And yeah, it was stopped by the mech, so that's cool. But the mech used this power orb, so the 0 point, and well, the 0 point got out of balance very quickly. The 0 point exploded and we were teleported back in time. This is how season 8 started. So the meteor that was introduced in season 4 is back, but it's floating in the air. There's also the skull of that monster. This was also the season where this was introduced, which everyone loves of course. Week by week these things started to appear, these rift portals or something. The same guy who placed those rift things also made a new rocket. His name was the Scientist and he's part of the 7. Oh yeah, and by the way, I can't forget that Gotham appeared in Fortnite. So after a little while waiting, the rocket was built. And of course, this rocket also went bazonkers in the sky. First made portals for the other 6 rockets to appear, and those 6 other rockets are from the other members of the 7. So essentially, it made little doorways for the other rockets from other universes to appear in. It's a bit complicated, but I think you'll understand it. Together, they made this giant rift to suck the meteorite in, and suddenly the meteorite appeared above the sky and went straight for the 0 point, which caused the very infamous black hole. Chapter 2! The black hole was essentially just a reflection of another universe inside another one. So yeah, essentially it was just like another universe. The first season of this chapter wasn't really that popular, I guess. There was just a story about Ghost and Shadow. Long story short, these guys are essentially these guys from another universe. Kinda like Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, with different kinds of Spider-Man. Season 2 introduced us to Midas, which could turn things into gold. He made this machine that could stop back the storm. This is also the first time we met Agent Jonesy. Thanks to that machine, the entire map was flooded with water. And of course, this season introduced us to Deadpool. Chapter 2, Season 3, let's go. This season introduced us to Jules, which is the daughter of Midas, and also Aquaman, which is pretty cool. In this season, nothing really major happened, but it was just waiting for the bigger threat to arrive. And in the next season, we got Galactus. So Season 4 was a Marvel Battle Pass, which I really loved, so yeah. And of course, we defeated Galactus because, of course. Season 5 was about different bounty hunters coming to the map, which were recruited by Agent Jonesy, so now he's a very important character to the story. He jumped into different worlds like The Walking Dead and also Street Fighter. Thanks to the many rifts Agent Jonesy took, the 0 point got destabilized. So he just opened a portal and a meteor came out of it. This is how Season 6 started. Out of the meteor came the Foundation. He helped Agent Jonesy to create this spire, and he protected the 0 point throughout the season. By the end of the season, crop circles appeared and the aliens were coming. In the beginning of Season 7, they destroyed the spire where the Foundation was hiding. He eventually got stuck in Gotham City where he tried to fight Batman. He and Batman found a way to get back on the island. But thanks to this comic book, we know that every single character who wears a helmet keeps their memories intact, I guess. Because the Fortnite island has some kind of force. Because, I mean, yeah, you can lose your memory, so that's not cool. Remember Dr. Salone? She tried to convince the aliens that her place, her farm, I guess, was very safe. But yeah, what the aliens didn't know is that there were bombs underneath the farm. Of course, that was the live event at the end of the season. But one thing that we didn't know is that the aliens actually created Kevin the Cube. Because the aliens had a ton load of cubes just lying around on the ship. But there is also a reason for that, but I'll get to that in just a second. This is also how Season 8 started from Chapter 2. Thanks to the cubes lying around on the island, because we blew up the mothership, there were these, well, sideways areas where you could visit, and there were like these zombies in it. There was also this golden cube who was essentially the boss of all the cubes. Slowly by slowly, the golden cube made more little purple cubes. There was actually someone hiding inside the golden cube. And that was of course the cube queen, because I mean, she's the queen of all cubes. So she made this pyramid in the middle of the map, and of course this was the live event of this season. She opened this portal above the map, and well, the aliens came out of it. So they must have been working together all along. But it's alright because the 7 helped us defeat her. And of course we got Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson in Fortnite.
It's about drive, it's about power.
So the entire map flipped, so we got the old map at the bottom and the new map at the top. And of course we got an entirely different map this time, so that's also very cool. And we got Spider-Man, come on, he's very epic. But yeah, this is the entire Fortnite story in one video. I might have forgotten a few things, but those were just a few minor details. But yeah, I essentially said everything that happened inside the Fortnite story, which is massive. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you later. Goodbye everyone.